Welcome to another episode of the You Know Ball.
Yes, sir.
NBA show from Playbook Sports. I'm your host, Anthony. Across the table, man, I got my boy, Fill Me Up.
Yes,
Phil.
sir. Whoa. Okay, let's chill out. But what's it called? What number episode is this?
Producer.
He got pissed off. He was like, fuck y'all.
I swear I was going to do it too.
I was thinking about it. I was like, what episode is this? Because we've been doing a lot lately.
Episode 316.
I want to say 21. I feel like it's a 21.
21.
Could be a 21.
21.
21
Man,
Savage.
Who the fuck picked this little sorry ass beat? 20. Beat you to it.
Damn.
Episode 20
I was close.
of the You Know Ball NBA show.
Yes, sir.
Playbook Sports. We got some news today. We got some overrated players today. We got a sneaky little bless you today.
My bad. Thank
Game
you.
today. So if any of that interests you, make sure you stick around because it's a banger. I got the T-Wolves jersey on. This is from our trivia video. I'll give a little shout out. So, if you want to know why I'm wearing a Timberwolves jersey, check out that video.
Watch the video, y'all. It's tough. And make sure to like, subscribe, follow. Make sure to add us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. We always be posting. We always be giving
Daily.
some hot takes. So tune in to watch what we got.
Daily. To this
Aight.
day. Who do you think you are? I am.
Oh, he feeling a little cocky from that. Yeah, he whooped my ass. he whooped my ass in trivia. Oh, I kind of
Some say.
spoiled it. My bad.
Anyways,
Anyways,
I'll drop the trivia first then.
Anyways, what you got for us with OKC news right now, buddy?
Okay, say news. We're the 1 seed again, man. We're rolling. Really hoping we play the Lakers. And this is why. I'm hoping we play the Lakers because I feel like if we beat the Lakers, then all the dumbass casual basketball fans will actually take us serious.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like people are like, oh, the Thunder are young and they're the 1 seed. They're going to lose in the first round. Like, shut the fuck up and watch basketball and then we can talk. Okay? But you dumbass fans, when we beat the Lakers in the first round, you'll know. I feel like every other team, then they'll be like, but they didn't beat LeBron. So I want the Lakers in the first round, and I want to sweep them. Simply put, another big thing in news this week, this is actually some playbook news.
Mm-hmm.
This was last week, and I forgot to shout this out. But we hit 100 subscribers on the YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Who do you think you are? We're about to hit 100 on
Boom.
TikTok, so expect another applause next
Woo!
week. Next week.
Oh,
Guys,
my bad.
Settle down. Next week. Keep it rolling, man. Thank you guys for the support, man. Everyone yapping in the comments. Keep on fucking yapping. We love it.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, what's it in Lakers news?
Hey, at this point, before we start on Laker news, you might be playing the Golden State Warriors. You
Warriors.
might be. I don't think my Lakers ready.
Come out and play.
We don't got Jared Vanderbilt. We don't got key defensive players, bruh. I don't think we can make a push. I don't even think we can make it out the play-in without those guys. So, I mean, if we do, you guys still might be able to beat us. It's not looking too good. But right now, I want to give some shout-out to D'Angelo Russell. Brody is 1-3 away from breaking the three-point field goals made in the Lakers season.
So you want to yap about your take last week? Is that
Honestly, a little bit, bro, because, I mean, look at this. Lakers history, single-season record for three-point field goals made. D'Angelo Russell and Nick Van Exel right now are tied at 183 threes made in a season. Kobe Bryant was number 2 at 180, and then Nick Van Exel, again, was third place for 177. So, D-Lo, I mean, there's 14 games left, and he only needs to make one more three. And if he makes more than that after, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm still going to keep it there.
Okay, I want to say something really quick to the people that commented on that TikTok and said, like, oh, Kobe's not a great shooter if you look at his three-point percentage. I want to tell you guys something, okay? And this is for the people that don't just check the box score. You watch the games. You look at someone's three-point percentage, right? A lot of things could go into that.
Yeah.
Someone could be shooting 50% and take a half court at the end of the game, and that drop them down to 30%. You know? Take 2 half courts in a game, drop you down to 10%. The thing about Kobe that made him such an elite three-point shooter, when you compare him to a dude like D'Angelo Russell, when you compare him to a dude like Robert Horry, when you compare him to a dude like Derek Fisher, Kobe was hitting shots with two dudes' hands in their face.
Yeah.
And that's my argument for Kobe, bro. So you people that are commenting, well, if you look at 3-point percentage, Vladimir Radmanovic is the number one 3-point shooter in Lakers history. Shut the fuck up, bro. Please get off StatMuse.
Yeah, but
get on the couch. Don't touch grass. Get on the couch, man. Turn on the Lakers. Turn on some Kobe highlights. Those are tough shots. And I know I'm not saying it for D'Lo because D'Lo hits tough shots too.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. But I'm just trying to tell you people who are like arguing for like Robert Horry, for Derek Fisher. I like Derek Fisher, especially as a Lakers all-time 3-point shooter because he did it so consistently. Just there's different factors other than 3-point percentage though that qualify a great 3-point shooter, and that's all I'm saying.
No, I get you. I was honestly purely talking about percentages and all that because, like I said, Kobe was the best. But then, like, when I see D'Angelo Russell shoot, like, he's primarily a 3-point shooter. Like, that's his job.
Yeah.
Like, with Kobe, he was doing everything else. But when you got a dude whose primary job on offense is to either set up a play or shoot a three, I might give it more to the dude who's focused on the 3-point shot. But with Kobe, bro, it's not a knock to him. Like, it's still, like, an honor. Like, I could say D'Lo's up there, but Kobe's still top 3 or top 2.
Yeah, I'm not saying it to diss you. I'm more talking about the people in the comments who are just
I feel you.
throwing numbers around. Like, know what the numbers mean before you throw them around. And that's all. That was going to be my Thunder news this week. I was going to go into that, but I had to talk a little about the Thunder. I got a little game for you, Phil,
All right.
I've been seeing this on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say what I'm saying, game.
Got you. Don't say what I'm saying.
So I got a list of things here.
Okay.
And you just got to name one. And I want you to try to flip it. So I want you to try to name what I'm thinking about, okay? So, for example, the first thing I have is name a team in Texas. I already wrote my team.
His name was what?
No, name one team in Texas.
Name one team in Texas? Okay.
But you got to think about the team I would name, all right?
Okay.
So we're going to try to go 5 for 5 on this, okay?
All right.
I wrote my team down already.
All right.
Name a team in Texas.
San Antonio Spurs.
Final answer?
Yes.
I wrote down the Dallas Mavericks. So we're 0 for 1 right now.
I thought you because of Victor.
And they get harder as we go, okay?
Okay.
Who would I pick? Name a point guard that plays in California.
Curry?
Bang.
Okay.
We're 50%. 1 for 2, okay? It gets harder as we go, all right? There's more options here. Name a playoff team in the East.
The Cavaliers.
Bang, Phillip.
Okay. Come on.
Bang, Phillip. 2 for 3. The Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, ready? Even harder. Name a Korean player in the NBA that went to the school Villanova.
Jalen Brunson?
No.
You said Mikal Bridges, didn't you?
I said Dante DiVincenzo.
You said DiVincenzo?
I liked him at Nova.
Damn.
I like those guys.
I liked him in Nova too.
I liked him in Nova. All right,
I think of Jalen Brunson.
We're 2 for 4. Let's shoot above 50% here, okay? Last one. This is the hardest one. There's a lot more options here.
Think.
Name an all-time Houston Rocket.
I want to say the one name, but I feel like you didn't put that name, bruh. All right. I'm going to shoot this.
Shoot it. Free throw.
James Harden.
Tracy McGrady. We shot 2 for 5. I'm thinking we do this every week. We try to go for 5 for 5.
I'm going to like this.
You like this?
I like this.
Next week you want. All right. Next week you come with your 5. All right.
Okay.
I think I could read you. I think we got that chemistry.
Man. Tracy McGrady.
It was the last one, so I was like, let me try to throw off a little bit. I should have went Katino Mobley.
I was thinking Hakeem Olajuwon if it weren't James Harden.
That's one of my goats. But, Tracy McGrady is like one of the first, things I've seen in basketball. Like Tracy McGrady scoring 13 points in 40 seconds on YouTube.
That was crazy, bro.
Let's go into overrated.
All right.
5 overrated players in the NBA. Really quick, I want to preface this by saying these are just our opinions. So if we have a player on your favorite team on here, it's just an opinion. And if you're annoying about it, it just goes to show that player's fucking overrated and you should stop being annoying about it.
Get over it.
Get over it. All right, so I got 5 players. You got 5 players. I got an honorable mention. I think you have an honorable mention.
I have 2 honorable mentions.
All right, show me your honorable mentions first.
All right, the first 2 I have here, and it saddens me to say one of them, Mikal Bridges and Dylan Brooks.
Okay.
Guess who the one is? I'm just kidding.
I was gonna put Mikal on my list, but I think he was overrated last year. I think this year he's kind of more. Everyone kind of knows what he is now. But yeah, talk about it, man. Why you got these two players?
Honestly, with Mikal Bridges, bro, like I didn't have him here at first, like if this was the start of the season, but then like all the talk that's been going on, and then the whole trade deadline thing when they were like, we want to build around Mikal Bridges, I was like, okay, I feel like you guys want to get a star and build around the two, but I don't know if you want to build around Mikal Bridges primarily.
Okay.
In my opinion, because I feel like he's more of a Robin. I don't feel like he's a Batman yet.
I think he's more of a fucking. I'm trying to think of
a character that's lower than Robin.
I feel like he's more of like the Thing.
The Thing in the Fantastic Four. Damn. He didn't say Reed Richards. He didn't say Sue Storm. He said the Thing. He didn't say Johnny Storm.
He's a third, fourth option, dog.
He said the Thing.
He's the Thing, bro.
Damn.
I think he's like
why?
The
That's
Thing.
the fourth option.
I
mean, he's
like
dope, but
Thing,
Reed
bro.
Richards is the brains. Sue Storm is like the heart, and then Johnny Storm is like the aggressiveness, or like he's the second. Wait, do you feel like Johnny Storm?
Storm's a douchebag, and the Thing is
The aggressiveness. Okay.
And that's just what he is. He's just a fourth option.
Damn.
You can argue about what the other three dudes are. You guys did not argue about what the Thing is because we know what the fuck the Thing is. A fourth
Two dudes
option.
and a dudette. Just pointing that out. I'm just kidding. But damn.
Yeah, that's just how I feel. Oh,
Okay.
And I feel like I know that maybe that does make him overrated if everyone thinks he's a second option.
Mhm.
But nah, he is the Thing. He is the toast when you think about a peanut butter and jelly. He's just not the star of the show, man. He's the filler, the extra in the background. He's not the guy.
Damn.
My honorable mention. This was actually on my list before we were talking before the show. I had to add it, dude. I'm not gonna argue about this because we argue about this every week.
Okay.
But I put LeBron and AD as a duo, and that's it.
Honorable mentions.
Just honorable mention. The 10 seed, 9 seed duo. Okay. Let's go into our top 5. I told you that's it.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mention. They're not on my list. They're not overrated. They're
Why
honorable.
the fuck are they even being mentioned?
They're honorably overrated.
How are they?
We're not gonna argue. We do this every week.
Overrated.
We're not gonna do it. We do it every week.
Fine, bro. You know what?
My number 5, I got Draymond Green.
Okay.
I feel like a lot of NBA players love Draymond Green, and maybe it's just me being a fan, being someone who just commentates on basketball that doesn't get it compared to the NBA players. But Draymond Green to me is kind of just an asshole. I feel like his playmaking is overrated because you see him drop a dime and then you see him drop a pass. You know, like he turns the ball over as much as like he assists on those plays, bro. And his defense, he's a glorified help defender to me. So I got him at 5.
Okay. That's not bad. I mean,
5. Or we're not ranking. He's my 5th dude I'm mentioning right now.
all right. I was thinking about putting him on this list, but I don't know. I feel like he still plays like to what like Golden State needs and what like I still feel like he's a good option. I feel like he's not overrated. I feel like any team he can go on, he still provides the same type of thing. Only problem is if
I would
Curry,
love to see him somewhere else because I think he would fail.
I feel like he'd still do really well.
I need to see it. Maybe next year's the year.
No, I feel you. All right. At number 5, I put Patrick Beverly here.
Overrated?
Yes.
Why?
Only because there have been so many times that when he goes to teams, and even before he went to the Bucks, like when he was playing with the Sixers, there was a point where he almost started in the lineup over some people, and I was like, in my opinion, he shouldn't be starting on.
But he's
any
what the
team,
Bucks
bro.
needed, bro. The Bucks trade for him and they start hooping.
They started hooping. They were doing bad.
They were rolling
still.
when they got him.
Bro had a
They were like
0-0-0-0-0 game in the Laker game.
He's the locker
where
room
they don't
guy.
have Chris Middleton or any other backup point guard on that team.
He's the locker room guy.
Bro is not even
And
a
he's got a
locker
good
room guy,
podcast.
bro. All he does is talk. All he
Like Draymond.
I just don't understand how he has like he gets the coaches going so much that they start him sometimes. Like the Lakers thing, when they started him over Westbrook, that was the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't care if he has somewhat of a slightly better 0.1% on a three-point shot. Why the hell is he starting over Russell Westbrook? Why the hell is he starting over, like he went to the Bulls? He was starting over Kobe White. Why is he starting over these guys? And
Yeah,
then-
Kobe White's been balling. Like, that's
what I'm saying, bro. Like
and that kind of goes to, bro. I mean, at least with the Thunder, honestly, I haven't checked as many Bulls games as I did when Billy Donovan was on the Thunder, bro. But I think Billy Donovan's a pretty shitty coach. At least when he was on the Thunder. I can't speak as much about the Bulls because the Bulls are probably like one of the most boring teams. Unless DeMar DeRozan has 40.
He's going crazy, though.
He's going crazy right now, but that's just how I feel.
I feel you.
Let me jump into my fourth guy.
Got you.
And this one's kind of weird. Okay, so I'm going to preface this by saying this isn't a fan thing. But I feel like Spencer Dinwiddie had a moment this year where he was overrated, where everyone was like, where's Spencer Dinwiddie going to go? It was like the whole Spencer Dinwiddie sweepstakes. He was sitting courtside at games, and everyone's like, oh, he's chilling with Mark Cuban. Oh, he's with Rob Pelinka.
Oh, whoa.
He gets to the Lakers, bro. What Spencer? Has he had a 10-point game yet?
Yeah.
He's
had a couple of 12-point games. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. We're going to hype up a couple of 12-point games?
Well, I mean, we're not just going to hype that up. We're going to hype up the fact that he had a $15 million contract, and then he got waived by the Raptors when he got traded, and we picked him up for $1 million.
I'm not saying you guys overhyped him. I'm just saying this whole
My bad.
sweepstakes thing, that I literally preface it, not by the fans. The whole thing where it was like, where's Dinwiddie going to sign? He signs to the Lakers. We're like, oh, shit, like Dinwiddie's there.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't been an oh, shit player. Like you said, he's been a couple of 12-point games player.
Yeah. I feel like it was just nice because, like, he was coming, like, he was a starting point guard that was getting paid $13 or $14 million, and then he got picked up by us, and then everybody's making that big deal because, you know, like we got a pretty decent point guard for hella cheap, and we didn't think we were going to get anything after we didn't pull off any trades. But, hey, it was somewhat of a good pickup. But I was honestly on the train of, like, it's not that big of a deal, too, so I can't really talk because everybody was trying to say, oh, now we're going to win the championship. I'm like, no, it's just good that we picked up a $15 million guy for $1 million. That's why I was happy about it.
Good deal for sure.
Yeah.
Again, it's just like, why are we hyping up a Spencer Dinwiddie sweepstakes for a dude? I don't know what he's averaging with the Lakers, but
he's like I want to say like 3-2-2, but it's not too bad.
3-2-2. We're hyping that up, Phil. That's a $1 million player.
Hey, I'll take it, bro. $1 million. I mean, some $1 million players ain't even averaging 2 points. Jalen Hood-Schifino. I'm just kidding. But anyways, my bad. Like you, I ain't gonna be mad at that.
We're hyping up a 5.3 assist, 1.1 rebound guy.
I'll take the 5 points.
Shooting 35% from the field and 33% from three.
Hey,
You're a point guard shooting under 78% from the free throw line. 13 turnovers in 15 games. You know, and that's just I'm just calling it how I see it.
We got him for $1 million. I'll take it.
Fuck that.
But now on to my number 4.
I didn't honestly. Sorry, but I didn't know his numbers were this bad. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was averaging like 8-9.
Okay, well not 8, but hey, like I said, we got him for $1 million. He's
weak.
I like the deal. I'm not going crazy for the player right now, but hopefully he'll pick it up somehow. But anyways, my number 4, I got Jordan Poole right here.
Overrated, bro. Everyone shits on Jordan Poole.
Huh?
Everyone shits on Jordan Poole.
Bro, the Washington Wizards organization,
Okay.
they be overrating him though.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The way, like, some people still be shitting on him, but then there was some talk. Like, I was listening to Gilbert Arenas thing and stuff like that.
Bro, don't listen. Gilbert Arenas is a dumb ass, bro.
And there was some people trying to say he should have gotten. They were trying to talk about Eastern Conference Player of the Week or whatever because he was going off when he was a 6th man. But bro, these are up against trash ass teams a lot of times too, and he still be playing like a dumbass. Yeah. I'm just getting sick and tired of, like, when people. There's a lot of times people just look at scoring and they see, like, oh yeah, this guy can get a bucket, but they don't see, like, in certain situations he shouldn't be looking to score. He should be looking to move the ball, get other people involved. Like, he's just worried about himself. And I'm just getting sick and tired. Like, when in that Gilbert Arenas thing, they were like, well, he's a scorer. Like, he needs to be on a team where, like, scoring can be his thing, and that's it. I'm like, bro, the Wizards should have been his easiest, like, year. It should have been.
What week were they talking about, bro?
Hey, one of those weeks they were talking about, him being a 6th man, like, scoring, because he was scoring, like, he had a couple games where he had, like, 25 and 5 average or something like that, like, in a stretch. Like, it was before the Laker game coming in, and then, like,
the one he had 34 against the Lakers?
I believe so. There were a couple games before that, too.
He had 12, 31, 21, 18, 19. 3.
Hey,
Like that's cool.
not my words.
All right, I'm just.
That's why I got
That's
him on
the
overrated.
shit I'm trying to figure out, bro. Because like, come on, bro. His numbers look good because the week before that he had 16, 4, and 0.
You see?
So I don't know, bro. I don't listen to that shit, bro. They yap, bro. And I know y'all say just two guys yapping, all this bullshit, bro. No, that is yapping.
See?
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's why I got to put him at overrated, bro. But even the Wizards organization giving him that pool party towel shit and stuff.
That
I'm
shit's
like,
funny
bro,
though. That's pretty smooth. The pool
that
party
was
song.
fucking disgusting, bro.
Pool party.
Denny Avdia, come over to the Lakers. We ain't gonna do that bullshit. You gotta earn that
He
shit,
ain't
bro.
going to that bullshit. My number 3 over it. This is controversial, okay?
Okay, who do you have at number
I'm
3?
like I don't. This isn't a star. I wouldn't say this player's a star player anymore. Chris Middleton.
I don't feel like that's bad. I've been pretty mad at him.
Chris
lately.
Middleton right now to me is not even a top 3 buck. Probably not even.
Oh
Probably not even a top 4 buck. The way Bobby Portis has been balling.
shit! You said not even top 4.
I think he's probably the 5th best player on the Bucks right now. Right?
Ooh.
Chris Middleton this year is averaging, I believe, 14.
That's debatable, yeah. I'd say that's debatable. And then Brody keeps getting injured too. So honestly, yeah,
15
that's not bad.
points. 15 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. You got players like Bobby Portis who are averaging 13 and 8.
Mhm.
13 and 8. You got Brook Lopez who's an elite defender. Elite. Maybe not as good as his previous year or the year before that on defense, but he's still in that S tier, A tier of center defenders.
Mhm.
And you're not going to sit here and tell me that Chris Middleton's better than Dame Lillard.
I
or
can't.
Giannis
I can't do it.
Antetokounmpo. So I don't know. I wanted to get frisky and take Malik Beasley over him, but I'm not about to do that. After the 3-point contest performance, I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that.
Bro, Malik Beasley, you would think about it. You were like, do I want to take him over Malik
Do I want to be
Beasley?
a dickhead right now? Do I want to just yap?
Do it.
Nah.
Do it.
I'm a chill.
Do it.
I'm a chill.
Alright.
I'm not gonna say something I don't believe though. And I don't think he's I think he's probably the 5th, 4th best buck.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, bro, ever since the playoffs ever since like the championship, he hasn't really been playing the way he should be playing.
Yeah.
Like, he honestly has ruined them, if anything, because the Bucks were right there to win another championship when the Celtics went all the way to play the Warriors in the championship. But because he was hurt, it kind of screwed up everything. I think they had Jay Crowder at the time or something like that, and he was the next person up when Chris Middleton went down. But Drew Holiday and Giannis were alone. Like, they had to try to will them over, and they almost did, but like with him missing, it screwed it up. And then the next year after that, once again, got hurt, screwed it up for him. And he, even when he was playing, he wasn't playing that well. And this year he isn't playing that well too.
Now he is the definition to me of a Robin. When you look at like a dude, or he was, excuse me, when it was like Giannis will take you 3 quarters, Middleton, you just close out the game.
Mm-hmm.
He was smooth, bro. You remember those series against the Celtics. After that, what does he do, bro? Like, he can't close a game the same way. That's Dame's job. And then he's not like their elite defender. That's like Lopez. He's not their rebounder. That's Bobby Portis. So what? You're going to sit here and say your big three's Dame, Giannis, and a catch and shooter who's not even the same catch and shooter he was? That's just how I feel. Last 2 games, he's had 22 points, but 6, 13. He's just not doing it the same way for me.
Is he playing right now?
I believe, yeah, he played today. He had 22 today. 22 points. They lost by 3 to the Celtics. He had 22 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 turnovers.
Damn.
4 of them things.
Well, at least he putting up the 22, 6, and 6. But yeah,
If he could do that consistently, 22, 20, 24, and 5, that range, then I'm like, okay, that's where Chris Middleton should be. But you still, when you think of the Bucks, like if I'm like, yo, name some Bucks players, you're going to say Giannis, you're going to say Dame, and then you're going to say Middleton. You're not going to say Brook Lopez. You're not going to say Bobby Portis. And that's where I kind of feel like maybe Middleton should get slid a little down in Bucks culture.
No, I feel you, bro.
If you were the Bucks, would you retire his jersey?
Honestly, yeah.
Really?
Because he won that championship with them, and he was a big help when they were playing up against the Suns. Like, without him, even without Drew Holiday, and obviously Giannis is going to get his jersey retired, I feel like all 3 of them should get their jerseys retired.
But You think it'd be disrespectful to retire 22 for Chris Middleton and not for Michael Redd? You know?
I don't know, man, because, I mean.
We're talking about a dude who averaged 25 plus multiple times.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like that run in the championship, when Giannis was getting into trouble, Middleton was, like, coming in clutch. And like I said, he turned into prime Jordan for a second. Those fadeaway middies, bruh, and those threes.
He was cold.
He was carrying them. Like, Drew Holiday, too. The defense, the assists. Like, I don't know. I would.
Yeah.
I feel like he deserves it. But, yo, at my number 3, because I've been seeing this dude way too much on my Instagram, way too much in, like, just everything. Talking about his handles, talking about his dunks. And now he won the Eastern Conference Player of the Week. I'm going to need to talk about Jalen Green, bro. I need to talk about Jalen Green. Because now people are starting to talk about, like, that man in his bag.
Everyone
like,
hates Jalen Green, bro.
Bro, because I just don't like
I love
the way
me some Jalen
he
Green.
plays sometimes, bro. Like, he just – I think it's because the whole Austin Reeves thing, it came out of nowhere.
See?
It came out of nowhere because there was no reason to compare the two. And then, like, a whole bunch of Rockets fans were talking about, oh, well, Jalen Green should have gotten a nod over Austin Reeves for Team USA. And, like, Jalen Green's better, like, more athletic. I'm like, yeah, he's more athletic. But if you think about Team USA, bro, like,
you want players.
You want IQ.
You want white dudes to represent America.
I mean, I didn't say all that, but I'm just saying, like after that, like, they just started bashing on him, and then they starting to show this and that. I'm like, bro, all Jalen Green can do is sometimes score the ball. I know he's going on his little stretch right now, but the last 3 games he played, 2 of those games were up against the Washington Wizards. Without Kyle Kuzma, without Denny Avdia, without Marvin Bagley. He was literally playing G League teams, bro. And then they were like, oh, well, he dropped 40. He dropped 37. I'm like, yeah, that when you got matchups like that, G League players on you, you should do that. That's the week he had. Go for it. But why are we, like, celebrating that like now he's, like, up there with, like, shooting guards and stuff? No.
Where would you put him?
I don't even know if I put him top 10 in shooting guards, bro.
Name 10 off the dome. Just a test. I don't know.
Name 10 off the dome?
I don't know if I could put 10 over him either.
Let me see.
Name 10 shooting guards better than
I can't even put Devin Booker there right now because he's classified as a point guard.
Yeah.
Shoot. Well, obviously Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Then, well, I can't even put Shea
Honestly,
there.
the shooting guard position this season is kind of weak.
I feel like for the last 2 years it's been kind of weak. Bro.
Ever since Harden fell off. But let's see. I'm going to find some names right now.
All right. You going to be like over or under?
I'm going to just say who you taking, okay?
All right.
Let me go to.
I'll take Dante DiVincenzo over.
Damn. All right, so Anthony.
That's how disrespectful I'm
You said Anthony Edwards.
For sure over Jalen Green.
DeJounte
Murray?
Yeah.
Definitely over Jalen Green.
Donovan Mitchell.
Definitely.
All right, so Jalen Green is 4th on scoring. What about Sexton?
I know he's not as athletic as Jalen Green, but I like him more than Jalen Green, so I'm going to take Colin Sexton over Jalen Green.
Kyrie.
1,000%.
You said Colin Sexton?
Yeah. I'm going Colin Sexton over Jalen Green.
They got Scotty Barnes as a shooting guard now.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I'll take Scotty Barnes over Jalen Green any day.
Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas. Scoring, he's really good, but, I mean, he does the same thing that Jalen Green does. Shoot, I'm going to have to go Jalen Green on that one.
All right, what about Jordan Poole?
Jalen Green.
Okay, so he's like a top 5 shooting guard still.
You're kidding. That's all the shooting guards?
Well,
that's all the top shooting guards?
Classified. Austin Reeves?
Over Jalen Green.
Tripping.
I'm going over Jalen Green with Austin Reeves, bro.
Bogdanovich, Atlanta?
Wait, the Bogdanovich in Atlanta?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go Jalen Green.
Malik Monk.
I'm going Malik Monk.
Malik Monk over Jalen Green.
Yes, I'm going Malik Monk over Jalen Green, bro. They're winning right now. They're winning right now.
Bro, they would be winning a lot more if Jalen Green was their sixth
man.
No.
They would be winning
a lot more if Jalen Green was their
Malik Monk
sixth
is
man.
better than Jalen Green, bro.
Stop
He is definitely better than Jalen Green.
Stop it.
1,000%.
Are you serious?
I'm definitely taking Malik Monk.
When Malik Monk had his chance to shine in Charlotte and do what Jalen Green is doing now, he could not do it.
Did you see that fucking team in Charlotte? What did he do when he came to the Lakers, and then now what is he doing with the Sacramento
He averaged
Kings?
12, Philip.
Bro,
he averaged 12.
I'm telling you, Malik Monk is definitely a better player than Jalen Green.
Stop it.
Definitely.
Stop it.
Definitely.
Stop it.
They might even have the same athleticism.
Maybe when he was young. Maybe when he was young, but
Malik
not now.
Monk has made so many game-winning plays. So many. How many plays do you remember that Jalen Green has made that have been game-winning plays?
Jalen Green's teams fucking suck.
This season.
Jalen Green's teams suck.
The Kings sucked for a second, and now Malik Monk is going crazy.
Malik Monk wasn't ice cold when the Kings were sucking, Phil.
Bro, they've won games because of Malik Monk. Because of him. And he still put up 30 in those games
most
sometimes.
Of the teams,
the bench.
Most of the games the Rockets have won lately have been because of Jalen Green.
Well, now because Alperen Şengün's out.
Let me see.
What are the wins? What are the wins? Who were they against? I bet you they're below 500 teams.
The games that you're talking about where Monk won them games are against shitty teams too.
Who?
Malik Monk has never averaged what Jalen Green is averaging. This is Malik Monk's highest scoring
better,
season.
Bro.
Stop it.
Especially off the bench.
Stop it.
With less minutes.
Stop the cap.
Stop the cap. I'm taking Malik Monk over Jalen Green.
What about Devin Vassell?
Devin Vassell? Man, I gotta take Jalen Green because at this point, Devin Vassell playing on the Spurs, you can't really compare the two.
That's still crazy. Honestly, I'm not a Jalen Green defender by any means. I think the Malik Monk thing is kind of ridiculous.
No, I'm taking Malik Monk over Jalen Green.
But I'm gonna just say this: I did not think that Jalen Green would be this high as a shooting guard either. As far as them
shooting guards gotta come up, bro.
Yeah, this position is weak as fuck. Bro.
That's bad.
Weak as fuck. Desmond Bane, I would take over Jalen Green too. That's another dude that's kind of low down here. My next overrated player. So the first three we mentioned, I kind of put together when we had the plan to make this overrated list. The next two players were the two players that popped into my mind instantly.
Okay.
And the first one I'm going to mention is Karl-Anthony Towns, dude. You've seen the Timberwolves not even really falter as much with Cat gone. And again, like we said on the show before, where everyone's like, Rudy Gobert is your defensive center and Cat's your elite offensive center. Cat ain't that elite offensive center anymore. He's a great offensive center. Probably an elite offensive center. But he is not a 28-point center. He's not a 26-point center. He's not a 24-point center. Karl-Anthony Towns, if I'm correct, last time I looked, Karl-Anthony Towns is averaging 22 points per game. We're going to call that an elite scorer now?
Hey, you preaching the choir, bro, because I had Karl-Anthony Towns at 2 as well.
Amen.
So keep talking your shit. Keep talking your shit real quick.
Bro, come on.
Keep going.
We're talking about your power forward, 8 rebounds per game. You're a 7-footer, dog. Step in. You're supposed to be this release center. Everyone's like, oh, he could dribble the ball and shoot. Then why are you averaging 3 assists if you could dribble the ball and Anthony Edwards is on your fucking team? Tell me why. And I'm not holding him to a Jokic level. I'm not holding him to an Embiid level. Even though we fucking should hold him to that level.
No, he needs to be at that fucking level.
4 or 5 years ago, if you said that Embiid or Jokic were better than Cat, people would have called you fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And now if you put Embiid or Jokic in the same sentence as Cat, you're fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm. Nah. I remember this shit. I remember that year. Because people were looking at me funny when I didn't pick up Cat in Fantasy League. They were like, he's a top 3 center. I'm like, okay, let's hold him that accountability. Bro goes to the playoffs. He's the starting center. Before Rudy Gobert goes over there, they get their ass whooped by the Memphis Grizzlies. Why was that? Because Jaren Jackson Jr. locked his ass up. Next year, Brody's playing trash as fuck. Terrible. Wasn't that the year they got Rudy Gobert after that too?
I'm trying to look at their playoff history right now because
I
honestly,
it was terrible, bro.
I do not even remember them being in the playoffs the last 2 years. The only year I remember is when Jimmy Butler fucking dragged their ass to the playoffs and Karl-Anthony Towns turns his ass into a role player, which he's great at. He's a great role player. When you got an Anthony Edwards averaging 27, when you got a Rudy Gobert who's locking shit up, Karl-Anthony Towns is a great guy to have next to those guys. But if Karl-Anthony Towns is going to be your number one option, you're 27, you're 28, you're 29-point game. Then whatever points per game he's averaging, you better expect that number of wins. A 27-win team, 28-point team, 29-win team. Because his ass cannot do it, bro. He just isn't it. And you could see it over the last 5-10 games without Cat, where they're still looking they're probably a little worse because you lose one of your 22-point scorers, but they're not. Oh shit, bro! Now the Timberwolves are fucked because they don't have Cat. They're just a weak team, bro.
Well, I mean,
Cat's a weak player. Excuse me.
if you saw the game before, Minnesota kept up with the Denver Nuggets without any center. Nas Reed was out, Rudy Gobert was out, Cat was out. They had Kyle Anderson at fucking center, and they still only lost by like I think 5 or 2 points. So I mean that shows you they still can do what they do. Like I'm still on the train of this offseason. If they do not make it past or to the second round, if they don't make it to the second round, they need to trade his ass.
Bro, low-key, Cat being hurt is a great thing for the Timberwolves because
We're not gonna like add that as a positive thing of like injuries because we hate injuries, bro.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
we do.
I'm not trying to kick him in. I'm not trying to kick him in while he's down.
Yeah,
But what I'm trying to say is like now you get to really see what Anthony Edwards is about. You get to see what this team does. You could trade him for some value. Their last games, bro, they beaten the Clippers. They only lost by 3 to Denver. You guys kind of whipped their ass. They went to overtime versus Cleveland. They beat the Pacers. They lost by 1 to the Clippers, 4 to the Kings. Like, they're in the same spot they've been in all year.
mm-hmm.
And that is without Karl-Anthony Towns.
I'm just saying, bro. When they get the first chance and a good deal to get rid of Karl-Anthony Towns, do it, bro.
What's
They
his
don't need
value
it.
right now?
What's his value?
What team's calling and saying, yo, we see what you're doing without Towns. We need a center.
Okay, see.
I would love that. Honestly, and I'm calling him overrated, but I would love a 20-point center on our team that could catch and shoot. Him and Chet, bro, would be probably the best shooting big man duo of all time.
Just get Lauri Markkanen, bro. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. Get Lauri Markkanen. But like I said, I'm just saying, Cat was my number 2 as well.
And who's your number 1?
My number 1, based off of how he's been playing this year, I had to put him at number 1 because he's getting paid this much and he's not putting up that production. I had to put Bradley Beal number 1, bro.
You know,
in my opinion.
I thought about putting Bradley Beal on mine.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel like Beal has as many expectations as he did. Like, if you hold Beal to that 30-point per game average that he had at one point, then, okay, he's overrated because he's not doing that. But I feel like coming off the injury, being the third option, like, for the first time ever, because you got to remember, bro, like, he was the number 1 option on his team for a while, and then all of a sudden now he's got to kind of adjust to a position. I give him a pass this year.
I don't know. I expected a little bit more, especially when he came back. Like that Laker game, he came back and was doing his thing. I was like, okay, like maybe they'll take off. But then it's been off and on like way too much, bro. So I want to hold him to that because there was a point where even in fantasy league, bro, like he was a dude you had to pick up in the first, maybe even the second round, like or the first round maybe. Like he was that good. So I was thinking without a doubt it should be easy for him to know what he's got to do. Like Devin Booker, now he's the facilitator. Like, hey, just got to go crazy when I get the ball and score, bro. But I get it. Yeah, you're on a team with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, guys who need the ball. So, yeah, it messes with your character. But, like, I don't know. I feel like you should still know how to, like, get involved. That's what he preaches. Like, he talked to an AAU team one time, and he was just like, no, it shouldn't always just be about points. Like, you need to, like, figure out how to contribute. And I'm like, bro, like, this is why I liked you. And then seeing this now, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That AAU video is kind of iconic of him talking to them. But, yeah, I could see what you're saying, especially in that aspect. My number 1 most overrated player, you know, this came up last week, and I'm going to bring it back because I don't want to be this guy, bro. A good young player, I don't want to shit on him. But Tyrese Halliburton, to me, is getting into that overrated tier, bro, because he is not this top 5, top 7 point guard in the league. Trae Young, I still feel like is miles ahead of him. I feel like Tyrese Halliburton is on the upwards trajectory to be a top 5 point guard probably by next year. But I feel like people are kind of jumping the gun on him. When you look at a dude who's averaging just 20 points with 11 assists, I will give you. But, like, Trae Young's averaging 27 and 11 assists as well. You know, so it's like everyone's like, oh, Tyrese leads the league. He's such a miles ahead playmaker. I wouldn't say miles ahead. He's an elite playmaker. He's in that S tier of playmakers, but there's other dudes in that tier too. He's not the only guy who could make a pass in the NBA. And then as far as scoring goes, he's not that guy. I don't even know what his career high is, but I wouldn't expect if it's under 40. And again, that's a standard I'm holding him to because everyone's saying he's a top 5, top 7 point guard in the league. But I wouldn't be like this if he was like, okay, like Tyrese Halliburton just exploded to the scene. He's still the 10 best point guard in the league. You know, like everyone's kind of boosting him a little bit where I don't feel like he should be.
Yeah, I don't know. Last week I would have been like, yo, no, he shouldn't be on this list. But his shooting percentages, his FG right now has not been good. It hasn't, especially from the 3-point line. There's been a lot of times he's been 1 for 9, 2 for 10, maybe even 3 for 11. Like he just hasn't been shooting well. And I don't know what it is. I haven't been watching the Pacers games too much, but like I don't know. I'll probably catch some highlights and see what's up. But maybe it's like maybe they're trying to try something new. Maybe they're trying to give Pascal Siakam the ball or something. That's my guess. But I don't know. He's out of his comfort zone.
Good thing about him.
Mm-hmm.
He's had 3 40-point games. Bad thing about him, like you said, he's shooting 18% from the 3-point line in his last 5 games.
Yeah.
You know, and that includes a 20-point game versus the Pistons. But I don't think he's in that tier of, like, elite guys. I'd probably put him as a B-tier point guard right now on that level. And shout out him, man. Again, he exploded on the scene this year. He's been really good this year. I'm glad he has his own team to run because he plays a really fun brand of basketball that I enjoy watching.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like to put him in this tier with, like, some of these other guys, like, you had him, 7 on your list last week? 8?
I had him.
So I had him 10.
I had him 7, yes.
And then you had Curry 6. Like, the fact that he's one spot away from Curry, to me, just shows he's on a higher level. And I'm not even saying you're overrating him as much as, like, I see online. You know,
well, honestly, the other guys below him, like, I still kind of would put him over, like, currently over the guys they were because Trae Young's hurt right now, so
okay,
that too. But with Curry, I still got Jalen Brunson over Curry. That game, even last week when they played the Knicks, that just proves it, bro. Jalen Brunson went nuts on the Warriors and almost hurt his ankle, almost was out the game, but he still came back in and
balled.
Bro, and then De'Aaron Fox, he's going crazy now. I guess that statement I made just kind of fucked everything up. He played the Lakers twice and, you know, found his edge. So I got him still over Curry. And then Devin Booker. Booker hasn't lost a beat, so I got to put him over Curry.
Yeah, I feel like Booker's the only one I'm not too mad at, but I just think Curry's kind of a once-in-a-generation player, even in his old age, bro. Like,
well, yeah, but these guys are better point guards than him right now.
I disagree, but we don't have to. We got clips on TikTok for that. We could restate our points if you want.
All right.
But yeah, you said you're number 1 already.
Yeah, Bradley Beal.
All right, let's get into the news then, Phil.
All right, I actually wanted to ask you a question before we get into it.
Let's go.
There was a post from Ballin HQ on Twitter said choose your team, and I was wondering which 3 of these teams would you choose to win the or that would win in a 7-game series.
I got the graphic pulled up, but if you want to read the teams off for the viewers, I could also pop this on the screen too in editing.
Got you. So team 1, we got Nikola Jokic at center, LeBron James at the power forward, Paul George at small forward, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the shooting guard, and Damian Lillard at the 1. Team number 2, we have Giannis at the center, Kevin Durant at the power forward,
KD,
Jason Tatum at the small forward, Anthony Edwards at the shooting guard, and Stephen Curry at the 1.
Make sure you guys are writing this down.
Team number 3, we have Victor Wembanyama at the center.
5.
Kawhi Leonard at the power forward, Jimmy Butler at the small forward, Luka Doncic at the shooting guard, and Devin Booker at the 1. Now, who would you guys pick to win a 7-game series?
Was that on TikTok? Who would you pick, Phil?
So I was looking at this hard. At first, when I saw LeBron and Jokic together, I was thinking I got to go with that one. But let's be real. Team number 2, I like Giannis at the 5 with Curry at the 1. And then your scorers are Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, and Kevin Durant. I had to go with number 2, bro.
Really?
I had to. Like, you know how hard it is to stop? Because if you think about it, Giannis is locking up, or is just has to worry about Jokic and Wembanyama, whether they're outside or inside.
Well, let me cut out Team 3. I'm rolling with Team 1. So you can talk about it comparing to Team 1.
All right, so you want to do Team 1 and Team 2?
Team 1 versus Team 2.
All right, so with Dame, I low key kind of like Stephen Curry more
I know you do.
if there's a 1v1 in that situation, because Dame can't guard shit, and I feel like Curry can do a better job guarding Dame than Dame can. And then if he's off, fucks everything up. With Anthony Edwards versus SGA, I like SGA, but I feel like Anthony Edwards might have a little bit more of an edge, and he's a little stronger. He probably could knock him off his game.
Stop it, bro. Don't Don't do that.
But
Don't
it
do that.
could be a tie.
Don't do that.
It could be a tie.
Don't
Anthony
do that.
Edwards
Don't
is
do
different.
that. SGA
Anthony Edwards is an animal,
we're gonna call
bro.
SGA and Anthony Edwards a tie, Phil.
SGA is nice, but
Phil.
Anthony Edwards is a monster too. I'm giving it a tie, but I'm just saying.
You're
like,
calling it a tie though. That's disrespectful, bro.
How is
We're
that
talking about
disrespectful,
we're talking about
bro?
an MVP candidate versus a dude who's just like bursting on the scene.
okay, I'm just saying Anthony Edwards, that man is different. I'm not gonna knock him off. I might put him up there with SGA though.
Stop it, bro.
Might.
Stop it.
That man
Stop
that
it.
man Anthony Edwards is nuts.
Skip Tatum versus Paul George. I'll
Yeah.
give that to Tatum, but that is outrageous that you just did that to SGA.
I mean, it's not that outrageous, bro. They're both good players, like really good players. All right, then we got Kevin Durant versus LeBron. LeBron,
I just want to let you. I
Struggles.
want to hear what you got to say.
there have been times when LeBron struggles with keeping up with Kevin Durant scoring, but there have been times when he has gotten on him and tried to lock his ass up. So I feel like scoring-wise, KD would kill him, but LeBron not focusing on going one-on-one and trying to get some rebounds and just getting the team involved would probably be better. But I don't know about that, bro, because, I mean, he wouldn't really need to worry about that if you got Jokic. But I don't know. I feel like the defense, too, all around for Team 2 is better than Team 1.
I think that I agree with you there. I think the defense is better for Team 2.
Yeah.
But as far as Team 1 goes, bro, the fact that you got Jokic and then you got Dame and SGA, like, running around on the perimeter, bro, that is, like, that to me is an unstoppable offense, bro. I think there's things you can stop on this Team 2 because I do think they're more of a defensive-minded team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're more defensive-minded at the wing positions,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like the guards would get fucked up by Shea and Dame moving around with Jokic making those plays.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then Giannis isn't a true center. He could play center, but he said he doesn't set screens. And now you got Curry as a dude who lives off the screens.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not gonna work out because Curry can't play his game if Giannis doesn't want him to, and then Jokic gets to play his game. And when you go into a 7-game series, bro, most of the time I'm going with the best player in the series, and Jokic is the best player in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take them. One team has the 2 top MVP candidates. The other team has 2 play-in players. You know?
I don't know. I just feel like with Curry and Jason Tatum, they do have a little bit more playmaking and they can score. Well, not more than Team 1. But
Not more
they
than
have
Jokic.
been doing a little bit better with that.
Yeah, they're good play. Obviously,
So
these are elite players. They're all going to be good at scoring and playmaking. But when I look schematically
Mm-hmm.
at having Jokic with the ball in like the high post, and you got these dudes Dame and SGA running around,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's a physical way you could. I think if Jokic and Dame were on the same team, bro, that team would be. You could put any fucking. You could randomly select 3 dudes at your local 24-hour fitness, and they could win a championship, bro.
Not if they guarding Kevin Durant and all them.
Bro, I don't think there's a way to physically guard Jokic and Dame on the same team.
Hey, but if you saying take a Jokic and Dame and then get some like little, you said why or
I said 24, but
24, and then you
hey,
got
24 is a
Team
little
2.
more respect than the Y.
Okay, I don't know too much about that, but I'm just
Who's
saying.
winning in a 5-on-5? That's the real question. Team 1, your local 24-hour fitness. Team 2, the YMCA.
You know what? I'm gonna stay strong with my YMCA dudes. I'm gonna stay strong with them.
Let's keep repping.
Oh, my bad. But honestly, it's an interesting topic. I love when those things come up in
Yeah.
Twitter, but I'd like to do more of them. But one topic I wanted to bring up was King James and JJ Redick.
Uh-huh.
They started a podcast, Mind the Game. Really good. I watched it. But I'm telling you, the topics they talked about were pretty good. And one of them always stuck in my head because I always thought about this. The 2-for-1.
I like that.
The 2-for-1. Now, when this was mentioned, LeBron was like, you know one thing that just bothers me? And he said the 2-for-1. This was funny because last year there was a play that Russell Westbrook did that was for a 2-for-1. And it was in the 4th quarter when there was like 30 seconds left. He shot it. A clip went out showing AD and LeBron frustrated. And then the fact that he's talking about it now just makes it funnier that happened.
Yeah.
And I want to know, what are your thoughts on the 2-for-1?
Well, let me say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the LeBron and JJ Redick podcast go, bro, if you're a young basketball fan, if you're an old basketball fan, if you're someone who loves the game of basketball, not loves NBA players, not loves your favorite NBA team, if you love basketball, bro, this is a must-listen-to podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Must listen to, bro. It's no yapping, no GOAT debates, no what we did top 5 overrated players. They are talking about plays. They're talking about moments. You got one of the greatest players of all time, and I'm about to put JJ Redick in a tier.
Yes, sir.
One of the greatest NBA minds of all time. I got to give it to JJ Redick.
No, that's true.
You got those guys on a podcast together, and that's something that, if I'm being honest, Phil, I don't think we could ever provide something at that level. Like when it comes to straight up breaking down basketball. But you asked me the question with the 2-for-1, man. I never really was a big fan of it. Like LeBron kind of said, it does break the flow of the game. You usually end up just taking a bad shot, and then if it goes in, it looks good. If it doesn't go in, it's kind of like a, you know? So I never was a fan of it. I see the benefits of it. Like if a coach wants to do it, go ahead. But I never really liked it.
Honestly, I found it funny because here's the thing with the 2-for-1, I didn't really know about this until last year when Russell Westbrook did it, and I always wondered because I started seeing the pattern he would do that to like when it was close to the end.
He
of the
does
quarters.
it a lot. Those jack up shots.
Yeah, but I'd always wonder why because I'm like it's not a good shot. But this is the thing. Like I would do this in 2K if like when I have like an 85 3-ball or something, I get the ball, shoot it because I'm thinking let me get another shot up. Why not? But I didn't know people actually did this shit in the NBA sometimes. But then like when LeBron was discussing it, I was like that really does make sense because that shit would piss me off in real life.
Yeah,
like I'm a guy, you know me, I'm a playmaker. I'm a two-way playmaker. I play defense, make plays. I always want to get the best shot. Like LeBron was saying, why do I want to just because the clock is at 30 or maybe even like 26 before it gets to the shot clock, why do I want to shoot a dumbass shot and then let the other team maybe get a better shot and then we have to be forced to go into another to make a better play?
Exactly. You got to do it again. If you got an open shot, take the open shot. If not, it's like, especially when it's one of those 2-for-1s that leaves them with like 5-6 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It just doesn't really like with 5 seconds, what are they really going to do? What's the benefit of having that second possession in the first place?
Right. I just think it was funny because like one thing I wanted to do was ask you like, what are 4 teams you think of that could benefit from doing that?
2-for-1s? I feel like most teams in the NBA do it.
Well, like what team do you feel like would be best at it out of like 4?
Like just a dumbass jack up shot kind of?
Like to do a 2-for-1.
I would say the Rockets, Jalen Green could take those jackass shots. I would say the Warriors, that's a Steph Curry signature. The Kings, I think they're leading the league in 3-point attempts. The Suns, you got KD on your team. You got to take those shots.
Honestly, with me, I was only thinking of 2 or 3 teams.
Okay.
The Boston Celtics 3-point percentage is perfect right now.
But the Celtics 3-point percentage is perfect because the Celtics take a lot of good shots.
Yeah.
Like the jack up shots, I wouldn't. And again, that kind of goes back to how we opened the show with the 3-point percentage thing because the Celtics shoot a high clip of 3-point percentage likewise because they have such a good offense. But there's like teams that might shoot a low 3-point percentage, but they're taking a lot higher contested shots, you know? And that shouldn't go to like who's a better 3-point shooter. You know what I mean? Like especially in the sense of that where it's like a 2-for-1 where you're probably not taking a shot that you take in the normal flow of your offense.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel on it. I don't know.
Well, also not just that. I just feel like Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown could drive in and like do something quick. That's why the second team I was thinking OKC because you guys are really good at like going super fast and then like getting off. Like Jalen Williams or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can go inside and like get a quick like midi off. And if it doesn't go in, it doesn't go in. But I feel like you guys could get away with it. And I was also thinking the Warriors. Like they could do it. They play
That's a
fast.
Steph Curry, bro. Just shoot that shit. Nuggets too, Jokic and them boys.
I don't know about the Nuggets because they're like always super focused. I don't feel like their brains like even put in the idea of a 2-for-1. I feel like they're just going for it.
Like they just go quick.
I feel like they're trying to do their best to set up a play or the best looking shot every single second.
The game winner against the Warriors, bro, that was probably the worst looking shot I ever seen.
You talking about the one with Nikola Jokic?
Yeah, when he just got that shit, he just chucked that shit at the rim.
Yeah, but I mean that's what they worked with. Like that's what they got. I don't know.
I don't know. I think like if they were really like, execution drawn at the best play, like that is definitely not the best play.
But if you think about it, Nikola Jokic has made like the last couple game winners.
Those are 2 for 1
Denver
shots
Nuggets.
though, where they just chucked that shit up.
And they've won off of it.
We got 5 minutes left.
Damn,
Yeah, I think we gotta cut it.
that was quick.
Thank you guys. I guess we had a lot of more news to cover.
We really did.
We'll get into it next week though. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of the You Know Ball. You like that one?
Subscribe, and follow. Add us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.
What else?
And make sure to be here. We got the hot takes and the hot looks. Peace out.
And the hot seat.
And the hot seat.
Group.